Unit 2 gets into kind of the practicals, probably where everyone wants to jump right away, but is really over the budgeting process. And so in this unit, our team will walk you through the best practices for creating and adopting a budget. So any high points on either session 3 of creating a budget or session 4 of adopting a budget in that second unit there?
Yeah, I'm glad that we've outlined that as kind of the first like practical thing that we're going to get into because like you touched on how you budget, that's in a church, in a business, in a family, this is our priorities, and this is what we're saying is the most important to us. And this outlines with a church is a nonprofit in the eyes of the IRS. A church is automatically granted 501c3 status, so you have exempt purposes as an organization that you exist. And that's why when donors give money to a church, they can do that in a tax exempt manner. And so there are reasons that a church exists, and the IRS recognizes a church in that way. And so a budget needs to align with those exempt purposes. And so, and even you go to the spiritual side of that, what that budget says what you value as a church and ultimately what you believe about the gospel. That's the heart behind it. And so we want to help churches and finance teams. How do you create a budget that supports what you believe about the gospel? And then how do you implement and execute the budget in line with that and bring people and controls around that?
Yeah, I love that. I love the connection of starting with why do we exist as a finance team, understanding our governance, what is our mission, and then that reflects back to the budget, where the budget becomes, I think you've said this before, a spiritual document that reflects what we spend is what we value and what we care for. So I love that.